Hi people, welcome to Chess 24/7 and you are encountering another online chess blitz video. I am playing with white pieces and let's go for e4 and we have e5. Let's go for knight f3 and let's go for the Italian game. So we have Giuoco piano here. I'll just castle here and we have d6. I want to play d4 but I'm also interested in playing b4 here because that will be interesting, and I think I'll go for b4 here because right now my opponent's king has not castled, and I will make sure that he doesn't castle so easily. And let's just attack the bishop now, and now I'll play queen b3 attacking f7. Okay, makes sense. And now I'll play I mean knight a5 is a threat now, by the way. Bishop g5 is a good move, but then he can attack with f6. I'll just open up the board, but now he can play knight a5, which he does. I can just play d5 here. Yeah, I think that's better. And now I'll capture here to keep my opponent busy and not let him castle. And now rook e1 is, I'm interested in rook e1, but bishop a3 is also a candidate move. Bishop a3 will, but then he can play bishop c5. So first of all, let me play rook e1, because that way he if he plays knight e7, then I'll add more pressure by queen e4 on the pin piece. So he has moved his king to the d file. Now I'll play this move. Okay, and he has played queen f6, hitting my rook on a8. Let's develop my last piece into the game. And the problem is his knight on g8 is not developed, and which is why his rook's not connected. His king is also acting as a problem because his rooks are again not connected because of the king. And he has played a6. Now this doesn't look good, but I just don't know how to proceed further. If the knight was not on g8, I would have played bishop e7 winning the queen, but with that knight on g8, things are not easy. Plus the board is quite open and he has bishop pair advantage, so I have to take care of that thing also. Any which ways, I'll play rook d1, putting my rook against my opponent's king, and somehow he has to develop his knight, but this just loses to bishop e7 check. And he resigned. Let's go to the analysis board. So I was playing with white pieces: e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, bishop c4, bishop c5, Giuoco piano, normal development moves, and I castle. And he played d6 here, which is not the right move. I would say knight f6 is a better move, I guess. But then I can play knight g5. He can do the same, but he cannot take the pawn on e4 because I'm coming with a greater threat here. So that is also a problem after knight f6. But simply castling here is, I think this is a better way to go after white castles instead of playing d6 here. So any which ways, after d6, b4 was played, and this is I can't remember the name of this gambit, but this gambit is, this is one of those patterns of that gambit that I'm using here. I can't remember the name of that gambit. It's getting out of my memory. But any which ways, I'll put that gambit in description. I can't remember the name of the gambit with b5 that takes place. I, I get it. I get it. It's Ivan's gambit, but in that case, the white king is not castled. So the whole idea is the to put the black king into the center of the board. I'm doing the same, but right now my king is castled, so I've greater attacking chances here. Any which way, doesn't matter how black recaptures. Knight takes, and now the bishop is hit, and somehow I just didn't know how to play after this. I mean, e5 doesn't look good move to me. I think maybe bishop g5 is a better move, but then he can play this. Uh, or I mean, this is not even a good move. I think knight f6 is a better move. And then I can probably, I just don't know how to proceed any further. Somehow I have to play e5 at some point of time. So any which ways, I played e5 here. And yeah, I was afraid of knight a5, and I think that's a good move to get rid of my white bishop, because for white it's the light square bishop which is of great power, and for black it's the dark square bishop which is of great power. So anyhow, after bishop d6, I just played d5, e6 I mean, and then e takes on d6, queen takes, and I think this is better here, I guess, because at least, I mean, no, this is not better. I mean, then I can just easily capture this. So yeah, bishop c5 is not an idea. So yeah, and yeah, that was very normal. And obviously, this bishop, the knight on g8 had to be developed, but the problem was there was no good way to develop the knight. I think the better move here would be maybe to challenge this bishop here, but I just don't know because I have rook on d file, so I don't know how black is going to continue from this point onward. It's quite tough for black here. At least I can't figure out if I was playing with black pieces. So yeah, after knight h6, bishop e7 wins the queen. Yes, I do. I mean,